Call to order the City Council meetings for City of East Grand Forks for Tuesday, May 15, 2018. It is now 5 o'clock. Would the City Clerk please call roll?
Mayor Steve Gander.
Here.
Council President Mark Olsted.
Here.
Council Vice President Chad Grassel.
Here.
Council Members Clarence Vetter.
Here.
Mike Karchevinsky.
Here.
Tim Riepel.
Here.
Henry Tweeden.
Here.
Mark Demers.
Present.
Does term quorum please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance?
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You always wanted to do that. Have Chief Hedlund approach retiring of police badge, sir.
Thank you. This afternoon, it was my honor to take part in the 8th Annual Northern Valley Police Memorial Ceremony, in which we recognize officers that have died in the line of duty throughout the Upper Red River Valley, officers through North Dakota, Minnesota, and into Canada. One of those officers is unfortunately one of our very own, Officer Ken Olson, who was killed on July 19th, 1978. Officer Olson was responding to a prowler call and was unfortunately shot by the homeowner that mistook him for the prowler. And unfortunately, Kenny died from his injuries that night. Kenny's widow, Bonnie Andrews, is here with some family members tonight. We also have the honor of having some of our retired officers, Chief Gary Carview, Sergeant Fred Spencer, Sergeant Mike Anderson, and Sergeant Rick Blazek have joined us for this. We have decided we're going to formally retire Ken's badge number 543. That was the car he was driving that night, was car number 543. Since then, officers have formally had individual badge numbers, but at that point in time was the car. And since that was the car he was driving on that night, we've chosen to retire that badge number in his honor, so no one will ever wear badge number 543 again for the East Grand Forks Police Department. So I'd like Bonnie to come up and I'll present her to this. Then we are going to be formally showing this plaque in our display case in the East Grand Forks PD for the future. Plaque reads, badge number 543, retired in honor of Officer Kenneth M. Olson, killed in the line of duty, end of watch, July 19th, 1978.
Well, thank you, first of all, and it's important that we do things like this, that we remember our officers, not just one day a year or 1 week a year. We need to thank them every day because we lose officers every day in this country. Okay, it took 40 years for this, but that's okay because 40 years ago we didn't celebrate the officers like we do today. And so they were told to just buckle up and get back to work, and they never got the debriefing they deserved and needed maybe at the time. So it's different now, and I'm glad that it's different now that these officers get celebrated every year. I appreciate it very much. I hope the citizens never forget that Kenny died for them. So thank you.
The wreath that's on display in the front of the council chambers this evening was on display during the ceremony today. We'll have that on display in the lobby of our office for the next few days for the course of this week. So, thank you.
Thank you, Chief. Anybody have any comments or make any? Mayor? Okay. Thank you. Move on to the open forum and the opportunity for members of the public to address the City Council on items not on the current agenda. Items requiring council action may be deferred to staff, boards, and commissions for research and future council agendas appropriate. If you'd like to address City Council, please come up to the podium to do so at this time. Does anybody in the audience would like to address the council this time? I see none. Approval of minutes for the May 1st regular meeting, May 8th work session, and minute summary of May 8th closed session. Moved by Grassel, second by Demers. Any questions or discussion? Not roll call, please.
Wheaton.
Yes.
Olsted.
Yes.
Grassel.
Yes.
Demers.
Yes.
Vetter.
Yes.
Karchevinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Scheduled bid lettings, none. Scheduled public hearings. Public hearing, consider the final plat approval for the Burlington Northern Industrial Park 1 first re-subdivision.
Move to open.
Moved by Demers to open.
Second.
Second by Grassel. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. The public hearing is now open. Ms. Ellis?
Thank you, Council President. Again, if anyone has any questions, this is just the cleanup of the Burlington Northern addition out by Crystal Sugar, vacating the roads and maintaining some easements, so.
Do we have any questions?
Move to close.
Moved by Demers to close.
Second.
Second by Riepel. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Public hearing is now closed.
Thank you.
Move on to the consent agenda. Items under the consent agenda will be adopted with one motion. However, council members may request individual items be pulled from the consent agenda for discussion and action if they choose. Any council member like items number 5 through 9 pulled at all? If not, entertain a motion 5 through 9 on consent agenda.
I'll move.
Moved by
Second.
Vetter. Who's second? Mr. Tweeten, second. Any questions or discussion? See none, roll call, please.
Wheaton,
Yes.
Olsted,
Yes.
Grassel.
Yes.
Demers.
Yes.
Vetter.
Yes.
Pakshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Acknowledge or receipt of reports of officers, boards, and commissions. Regular meeting minutes of Water, Light, Power, and Building Commission for April 19th, 2018. Communication, there's none. Old business, there's none. New business, number 11, consider adopting resolution number 18-05-31, awarding the 2018 city project number 1, senior center parking lot improvements to R.J. Zavro and Sons for the amount of $98,862.65. Is there a motion?
I'll move.
Moved by
Second.
Grassel, second by Vetter. Any questions or discussion? I see none. Roll call, please.
Wheaton,
Yes.
Olsted.
Yes.
Grassel.
Yes.
Demers.
Abstain.
Vetter.
Yes.
Pakshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Number 12, consider awarding the job of painting VFW to Jack R. Anderson and Sons Paintings for a total of, I do believe it's changed, what, $30,000? Is that what it is? Is there a motion?
I'll move.
Moved by Riepel, second by Pakshavinsky. Any have any questions or comments for Reed? I see none. Roll call, please.
Wheaton,
Yes.
Olsted.
Yes.
Grassel.
Yes.
Demers.
Yes.
Vetter.
Yes.
Pakshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Number 13, consider adopting bylaws of the Parks and Recreation Commission of the City of East Grand Forks.
Move.
Moved by Grassel.
Second.
Second by Riepel. Any questions or discussion? See none. Roll call, please.
Wheaton,
Yes.
Olsted.
Yes.
Grassel.
Yes.
Demers.
Yes.
Vetter.
No.
Pakshavinsky.
Yes.
Riepel.
Yes.
Motion is carried. Consider approving the memorandum of understanding between the City of East Grand Forks and Law Enforcement Labor Services, local number 152, to establish canine compensation and cover related expenses.
Move that this is referred to the Labor Negotiation Committee.
Say it again, because someone else was talking.
Move that this is referred to the Labor Negotiation Committee.
Demers has a motion to move it to refer it to Labor Negotiations Committee. Is there a second on that?
I'll second.
Second by Mr. Vetter. Any discussion? Mr. Demers.
Thank you, Mr. President. I guess I just think there's a couple clauses in here that are close enough to the contract that I think that the negotiation committee should look at this before. Typically, we hear about this stuff and get kind of a heads up on what's coming through on this, and I don't think we did on this one. I just would like the committee to kind of discuss it a little bit, I think.
Mr. Murphy, you want to address that? Or?
Certainly, I have no problem with it going to the committee and to review that. I guess the reason I put this forward at this point is the terms that are in there were terms that were discussed when the K-9 unit was being proposed, as far as the extra half hour, the rest of it. There's other items that aren't involved with the contract that we were putting into place, as well, as far as the veterinary care and the cost of the food. We're looking at setting up accounts and having those just billed directly to the city rather than the officer paying them and then being reimbursed, which is what was looked at some of the other places. So I guess I just brought this forward because it was something that had been talked about, but certainly, it is an amendment to the contract, so it would be appropriate, and I have no problem with that being referred back and bringing it back at a later date.
Anybody else? Mr. Mayor Gannon?
Question, timeline, how often does the committee meet, and should we set a timeline by which it should come back for final action by the council?
It meets as needed. We don't have a set meeting time. It's just whenever we have an agenda item to
We
discuss.
might meet after. I don't know. I mean, literally, it's pretty ad hoc.
Thank you.
And as far as the timeline, I would see that we should be able to have a recommendation for next meeting.
Tomorrow then. I'm gone for,
What's that?
I leave on Thursday. But
We
In
can
fact, we wouldn't take action, or would we at the work session, would we make an exception and take action, or just say 2 meetings from?
2 weeks.
2 weeks is fine.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, there is 5 Tuesdays in the month of May, so it would not be until June 5th that you would vote on.
There you go.
Anybody else
Thank
have
you.
any comments or questions? So, nothing else? Roll call, please.
Wheaton?
Yes.
Olsted?
No.
Grassel?
No.
Demers?
Yes.
Better?
Yes.
Pakshavinsky?
Yes.
Riepel?
No.
4-3 passed.
43, motion is carried. Number 15, consider approving the following on-sale weekday and on-sale Sunday liquor license applicant renewals. Eagles Club 350, located at 227 10th Street Northwest, East Grand Forks. Sicky's Garage, located at 121 Demers Avenue. Valley Golf Association at 2407 River Road. Mike's Pizza at 411 2nd Street Northwest. Blue Moose Bar and Grill, located at 507 2nd Street Northwest. Is there a motion?
Move.
Moved by Demers.
Second.
Second by Riepel. Any questions or discussion? Demers.
Thank you, Mr. President. Are all of these businesses up to date and current on their bills with the city of East Grand Forks?
Yes, as far as we know, there are none that are delinquent on anything.
Thank you.
Any other questions or comments? If not, roll call, please.
Wheaton?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Grassel?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Better?
Yes.
Pakshavinsky?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes.
Number 16, consider approving the combination of on-sale weekday and on-sale Sunday sale and off-sale intoxicating liquor license renewal for the VFW Post 3817, located at 312 Demers Avenue.
Move.
Moved by Demers.
Second.
Second by Grassel. Any questions or discussion? Mr. Demers.
Thank you, Mr. President. Same question as before.
BFW is current.
Okay, and they don't, or where are they on, we've had issues with them with compliance checks. Where are they on their compliance check?
I have to check exactly where they are, but there's no majors.
Okay.
I believe,
Suspensions or anything pending.
yeah, I believe the last compliance check they did pass.
Thank
But
you.
I do have the record if you want to look at it.
That's fine.
Any other questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Wheaton?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Grassel?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Better?
Yes.
Pakshavinsky?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Number 17, consider approving the following off-sale intoxicating liquor license renewals for the following applicants. Pop's Liquor at 122 4th Street Northeast. Eagles Wine and Spirits, located at 310 14th Street Northeast.
Move. Second.
Moved by Grassel, second by Demers. Any questions or discussion? Mr. Demers.
Thank you, Mr. President. Where are we at with these businesses, both in compliance and financials?
They are. And if we wanted to save some time, the rest of them, I was looking up ahead here as well. We do not.
Okay, thank you.
The rest are all compliant as well.
Roll call, please.
Wheaton?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Grassel?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Better?
Yes.
Pakshavinsky?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Number 18, consider approving the on-sale wine and on-sale non-intoxicating liquor license renewal for Towel Garden, located at 302 Demers Avenue.
Move.
Moved by Demers.
Second.
Second by Riepel. Any discussion or questions? Roll call, please.
Wheaton?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Grassel?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Better?
Yes.
Pakshavinsky?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Number 19, consider approving the off-sale non-intoxicating malt liquor license renewal for East Side Travel Plaza, located at 607 Gateway Drive Northeast.
Move.
Second.
Made a motion, Better, or? Better made a motion, who's second? Demers. Any questions or discussion? Seeing none, roll call, please.
Wheaton?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Grassel?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Vetter?
Yes.
Pakshavinsky?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Consider approving the sale of parcels number 83.04156.00, 83.04157.00, 83.04158.00, and 83.04159.00, 83.04166.00, and 83.04167.00, based upon the agreed terms for Skeving properties.
Move.
Moved by Pachinsky, second by Riepel. Any questions or discussion? See none, roll call, please.
Wheaton?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Grassel?
Yes.
Demers?
No.
Vetter?
Yes.
Pakshavinsky?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Claims number 21, consider authorizing the city administrator clerk treasurer to issue payment of recommended bills and payroll.
Move.
Moved by Grasso,
Second.
second by Demers. Any questions or discussion? All in favor? Roll call, please.
Wheaton?
Yes.
Olsted?
Yes.
Grassel?
Yes.
Demers?
Yes.
Vetter?
Yes.
Pakshavinsky?
Yes.
Riepel?
Yes.
Motion is carried. Mayor Gander.
Just a few things here. First of all, if we could, Chief Headland and Megan, if I could have just a quick word with you guys after the meeting, I appreciate it. I have a note here from Seth Bond, Building Maintenance for the City of East Grand Forks. Hello, Mayor Gander. I would like to nominate Travis Pulowski for a Grinder Award. Travis, his wife Carissa, and their son Rylan are residents of East Grand Forks. Travis works for Johnson Controls and handles a very heavy workload for us here at the city, including City Hall, the Campbell Library, Sunshine Terrace Apartments, and Public Works buildings for our heating, ventilation, cooling, and plumbing needs. I get the opportunity to work with Travis fairly frequently due to the fact that the complexity of work that needs to be performed at these buildings is sometimes beyond any of our city employees' expertise. Travis has been our go-to guy for years now, and we could not be more pleased with the way he treats our city staff and the exceptional work he does, most of the time with only a moment's notice, and always doing it with a smile and great attitude. Travis never says no and is usually at our disposal within minutes. Travis has turned his car around for us when heading out for a weekend vacation, has made service calls to us on a few holidays and numerous weekend visits, including Christmas Day, to fix a broken water pipe in someone's apartment. Travis left his family to tend to our emergency without hesitation so someone else could enjoy their holiday. He always explains what he's doing and why, and is very patient with us. Travis truly looks out for the greater good of our city and makes sure we only receive what is necessary. He's a model employee for Johnson Controls, and they're as lucky to have him as we are to work with him. It is people like Travis Pulowski who make this city a great place to live and work. Sincerely, Seth Bond, Building Maintenance, City of East Grand Forks. Travis will be getting a Grinder Award, and thank you to you also for pointing that out to us. Next item. This Saturday, the 19th, from 11 to 3 in our State Recreation Area Campground, we have Kids to Park Day. We're going to have birding by camera display, nature-inspired rock painting, geocaching, scavenger hunt, explore the greenway, a robotics demonstration. That's very nature-like, from 12:30 to 1 and 2 to 2:30. And a nature plaster cast from 12 to 12:30 and 1:30 to 2. But it is something kids like. So that's this coming Saturday from 11 to 3 at the State Recreation Area and over to the Sherlock Campground at 512 2nd Street Northwest, to families and kids who want to be part of that. Mr. Grassel might have something to say about this one, because yesterday, I think the mayors have done this for 10 or 12 years, my favorite older person, and they gather, every fourth grader in the whole city writes an essay on their favorite older person. And what happens there is that, of course, you have all these fourth graders thinking about older people that they think are pretty cool, and then one individual from each of the classes is chosen with their essay to come and read to the group. It's pretty cool, actually, if you listen very carefully. What it is that makes these older people special to these fourth graders is somewhat unexpected, and of course it's very candid coming from a fourth grader. And so if you want to pick up Marilyn Haggerty's piece in today's Herald, she was there and did a beautiful job covering all the details of that program, and I'm sure if you want to dovetail into that, surely you can do it. And that is what I have for today.
Better.
I don't have anything, thank you.
Mr. Pachinsky. Mr. Riepel.
Maybe Reed can help me with this. There's an open house tomorrow evening at the VFW Arena. That's not going to happen? Okay. Then we'll pass it on.
Closed house.
Mr. Tweeden.
Mr. President, last Saturday, I was going to go over to Grand Forks, and lo and behold, I saw our chief of police there with a lot of other police officers, including the Border Patrol, and they were displaying equipment that they needed to do the job. And the Border Patrol had their helicopter and so forth, and it was very interesting. Well, today I also had the opportunity of being in Grand Forks to the 8th annual Northern Valley Police Week. And our chief of police, Mike, was there, and he performed very excellently on the program, and the whole program was handled very well. And one of the things that we all must be certain of, and that is our police officers have to work together, and they have to have the equipment to work together. So the thing is, mayor and city council don't put a handicap on law enforcement. They've been pretty busy the past week if you're reading the newspaper, but I get asked right along, go to Hugo someplace else about our various departments, and I've told the people many, many times we're very lucky. We have excellent department heads. We work cohesively as a team. When they work cohesively as a team together with the city councils, we have good management. That's what the people have us there for. So remember that. And it's important that the legislature realize that we maintain all of our buildings. We have to have structure that's coming up in the future, and notify your legislators. The DNR is a good example. We're involved with the DNR because of the campgrounds. It's a very important part of growth of this city. So it behooves all of us to keep monitoring constantly what the legislature is doing in respect to maintenance. We need a storm shelter down there. We'd be remiss in our responsibility if we didn't push for it. With that, I defer to our council president and the chief to make further comments on today.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Demers.
Nothing tonight, thank you.
Mr. Grass.
Just to piggyback off on what Mayor Gander said, we had brought some of our students over to they weren't talking about me, Mr. Riopel, so that was a good thing. But I did extend the invitation that Mayor Gander gave me to our 7 winners. I'm not sure, they're going to let me know here in the next couple days if they're going to participate in that or not. Mayor Gander invited them to come here and give their speeches so you can hear who they were talking about. Like Mayor said, it was rather interesting to listen to some of these kids just tell the truth about their grandpas and their grandmas, and it was kind of fun. So it's good to have. That's it.
Thanks, sir. Yeah, to tag on to Mr. Tweeden, that memorial service that went on this afternoon in Grand Forks from the courthouse is the second one I've been to in a row, and each time you go to that, you realize how many have passed in the line of duty, and makes you think about what they do out there and what they take care of. And I appreciate it more and more every time I hear stories and situations they get into. So it's very nice service today. Glad I got to attend again, and hopefully it continues on and on and on, but hopefully we don't continue to have any more killings and shootings with the officers. So, but Chief Hedlund did a very nice job. I appreciate it, and pass on a thank you to all your officers of what they do every day for us. Mr. Murphy.
The only thing I have tonight is just a reminder that tomorrow will be my last day in the office until Thursday of next week. I will be in the Boundary Waters with my son.
Bellston.
I just wanted to follow up with the cleanup process at the location on Artie's Autos, I guess it would be. Apparently, I did have a call from Judge Staus today indicating that they have once again, for about the third time, settled that with the dispute that's in court. I understand that the renters have 10 days from Friday to get the materials in the property that they believe is theirs off the property. And then after that, Judd says they have somebody lined up to come over and retrieve the vehicles, crush the vehicles, and clean that property up. They want to pour concrete and get it rented. So I just wanted to give that update. He says that he's been working very hard to do that and has the same concerns that the city does and the residents do about the way it looks over there. And because of the court action, hasn't been able to complete anything recently, and now it looks like they'll be able to do that. So I just wanted to give you an update and let you know that Judd's working hard on that.
Thank you, sir. Mr. Emery.
Well, it is construction season. Op construction did get started yesterday out on Brandon Boulevard, Nate Circle, and Crystal Circle with some of the curb replacements. They will be starting next week, prepping for paving in the 2 cul-de-sacs. And then once we get the paving completed in the cul-de-sacs, they'll follow up with paving on Brandon Boulevard. So we're hoping by middle to later part of June, we should have that project completed. So it'd be nice to put that one behind us. And then I know Mr. Riopel had asked about the intersection of 20th and 3rd Avenue Northwest, which was kind of a carryover from last year's citywide street project. Strata was proposing to start that on May 29th. We're actually going to hold them off until May 31st just so school is done and we don't have to worry about detouring buses and stuff for 2 days. So they've kind of agreed to probably start on that intersection about May 31st. So
You don't have to worry about the residents. They'll be happy to let them detour that extra 2 blocks. So if they get started and want to get there, let them go.
Okay. Thank you. That's all I have.
Anything from the department heads tonight?
Mr. President, one more thing. I forgot to say thank you to our Public Works guys. Community cleanup, the community looks wonderful. It's probably never looked better. And I noticed also somebody, whether it was Public Works or maybe Parks, laying the sod back down where the plow had flipped up sod here and there. I'm seeing almost all of that's back down in place. Just really, really looks good. I like this community an awful lot, and really do thank you for helping get all that material out of people's garages and from behind sheds and all over the place. The town looks great, so thank you.
I also know, I do believe it's tomorrow through Friday the Canadian Bridge will be shut down. Is that correct, Mr. Trudeau?
Yep, that's correct.
Start 4 in the morning tomorrow?
Through Saturday.
Okay. Mr. Demers.
Thank you. Do we have an ETA on the ramp cleaning and installation of the dock?
Dock's installed already.
Docks in? Are you going to clean the ramps?
I guess Reed is. Yeah, we're working with the DNR. Hopefully, if not later this week or early next week, the DNR would be here to clean both of the ramps. But at the Red River boat landing, the portable toilet and the dumpster should all be there.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, thank you, Ren. Entertain a motion to adjourn.
Move.
Moved by Demers, second by Pachivinsky. All in favor, say aye. Aye. Opposed, same sign. Motion is carried. Meeting is adjourned. Thank you.